And I'm proud to have a gentleman come up here who didn't get involved with us to give a speech, but I've asked him to do that. He came because he wanted to observe this innovative relationship between MIT and Nashik. He came because he's a student of society, and he's thinking about the planet and his country and the world. And he wrote a really thoughtful paper that is many pages. And I'm not going to have him read all those pages. It's beautifully written, but it's not for this format. But I asked him to condense some of his findings in his paper and to present it to you. And so he's a concert pianist on the side. He loves jazz. He could do a great job as a jazz musician. But I asked him to kind of kick off today to kind of frame, where is Nashik, what is Nashik, and what is this Kumbha Mela? And so the fact that he's 17, he can't drive, he can't drink wine legally, is to remind us that this collaboration is about different generations coming together and thinking about the future. So ladies and gentlemen, Pranav.
Good morning. It's wonderful to be here today. It's my pleasure and privilege to be able to share with you my Kumbhathon experience and the learnings that I got from this experience. I'm Pranav Chandra, and I study in B.D. Somani International School in Mumbai, and I'm in the 12th grade. First, a little context. India is a very complex country. We have 1.25 billion people in India, and out of this 1.25 billion, we have 800 million people who are of working age. And India's working age population is going to expand by 100 million at least by 2025. The thing is, India's working age population is going to be moving towards the cities. They're going to be moving towards the urban areas in order to get better jobs. Now, today, India's urban population is 385 million people. But by 2050, this number is going to become 900 million. India's cities have very stressed infrastructure. And this infrastructure is going to get even more exerted on. We face problems such as overcrowding. Then we are unable to provide sanitation facilities. Then we are unable to provide electricity and water supply, and there's often a lot of unemployment in Indian cities. And these problems cannot be fixed by traditional methods of investing in more infrastructure, simply because of the associated cost for more infrastructure, and also because of the fact that it's going to take so long to build this new infrastructure. We need to address these problems using technology. Now, in order to talk about the Kumbhathon, I'm going to talk about Nashik and its Kumbh Mela. Nashik is basically 100 miles away from Mumbai. It's also close to the city of Pune, which is a growing metropolis in India. Nashik has 2 million people. Now, for Indian standards, that's pretty small. But by global standards, it's actually pretty big, right? And the thing is, Nashik is a very fast-growing industrial town. They have firstly, they're very religious. They've been around for 7,500 years. And ironically, they're also the center of India's wine industry. And Nashik has a great deal of industrial growth, especially in the agro-based sector. And we're going to be seeing Nashik becoming one of India's biggest cities in the near future. Now, the Kumbh Mela sort of is an expression of the religiousness. Nashik, every 12 years, welcomes 30 million people every day to bathe in the Godavari. 30 million people in a city that has a population of 2 million normally. Now, Nashik cannot cope with the sheer influx of population that takes place every 12 years. The same problems that I mentioned before, overcrowding, then the inability to provide infrastructure like sanitation and water and other utilities, and just give a good experience to these visitors is a problem which Nashik has. And this problem that seems impossible to address cannot be addressed by traditional means. Nashik needs to use technology to address these. Now, during the Kumbhathon, as a science student, I really found it interesting because I've read about smart cities before. I've read a lot about it, but seeing this technology kind of being put into action was a very unique experience. And so I kind of made 3 observations during this Kumbhathon that I found were very unique. Now, firstly, the Kumbhathon works by bringing citizens and government officials together, because when citizens and government officials have a common view, when they understand each other fully, only then can they come up with solutions to address the city's problems. Secondly, the Kumbhathon understands that it cannot focus on building new infrastructure. It basically works by creating digital interfaces to existing infrastructure. For example, I saw the solution called crowd steering, which basically aims to use the number of phones connected to a cell tower as a measure of population. And lastly, the third interesting thing I found about Kumbhathon is it's actually creating a culture of innovation in Nashik. Now, Nashik is in the heartland of India, and India is traditionally a very conservative country. And this Kumbhathon is helping create a culture of innovation in Nashik that's creating a new generation of entrepreneurs. I believe that basically the Kumbhathon experiment is not only important for Nashik, but it's going to have a profound impact on the Indian smart city movement. The Indian government wants to build 100 smart cities in India in the next few years. And the Kumbhathon movement can help create innovation hubs all around India. And these innovation hubs, where governments and citizens come together to build solutions, can provide solutions that can be shared all around the country and around the world to solve problems. So, to sum up, I believe that the Kumbhathon can help create an entrepreneurial spirit in the country that will also not only help modernize the country and galvanize its vibrant economy, but will also provide better jobs for people. I would like to thank Professor Ramesh Raskar and Mr. John Werner for giving me this opportunity today. Thank you.
So again, the quality of what he said was very high, but the fact that he's 17 shows that this is a multi-generational thing, and having young people kind of be part of it is important.